Welcome in, friends. It's Trooper Barry back with you again. Trying out something a little different today. We are playing a little something called Growing Up. One of my favorite life sims. It's from the good people at the Vile Monarch, a studio out of Poland. And I just thought, we do something fun and a little different to kick off the weekend. So, we're just going to relive our childhood. Maybe even improve on it if things go well. So what we're going to do, we're just going to start ourselves a new game here, and let's go be born. You're about to start a new game. Each playthrough is different. You'll meet different people, encounter different events, and you'll be able to shape your own future. And the game saves your progress you turn automatically? Sure. Let's get going. Hi, hello there. Welcome to life. Kind of an underwhelming start, really. Soon you'll be born to two wonderful folks. Okay. I like this to start with because they actually give. Well, one thing you can just give it. You can just go full RNG, so you get whatever you get. Or that's the surprise me option. Or you can click take a look and then let's take a look. And so then that gives you the option to choose your parents. I got not a whole lot of models, but a decent range here. What are we thinking? I don't know. Go blank and blank. How about that? That's probably fine. They recently learned there's. What do we think it is? I don't know. We'll YOLO it. All right, let's go. Ooh, they're writing a letter to you. Dear child. Oh, jeez. Clearly they're writing this before they decided my name. Not sure if that's rude or anything. Let's see. We're so excited to welcome you into this world. There's so much we want to teach you about, like how to be tough or how to be compassionate. Maybe that'll inform their parenting style, I think. I think just better to be compassionate in general. No man is an island, and we hope you'll make lots of connections and extend your hand to those in need. We hope you'll grow big and healthy and also, smart or creative. I don't really like that that's a straight up, dichotomy. You can be smart and creative. But what the heck, we'll go smart. So many things in the world to learn. We hope your thirst for knowledge never runs out. We promise to do the best job we can as parents. Will be caring, understanding. You can be understanding without caring? Caring without understanding? Seems like we'll go understanding. We'll support you in any choices you make in every endeavor you undertake. If you have any trouble, you can always come to us with it. If you fall, we'll pick you up and put you back on track. When you succeed, we'll be there to congratulate you. Well, that's good. We can't wait to finally meet you. We wonder what kind of person you'll become. What a lovely letter. I agree, game. Let's not make them wait any longer. It's time for your big arrival. Splat. Welcome to Growing Up. You have just been born, and your journey through life awaits. But first, it's time to choose a name. Well, okay, well, there. For self-insert, we'll do that. I don't think it has any bearing on the game. Hey, this is part of the tutorial. As you continue to grow in each turn, your goal will be to learn new skills. That's those things right there. Each skill requires you to have enough knowledge points in order to learn it. And there's knowledge points right there. As it just so happens, we have enough to learn our first skill, crawling. Boy, man, if only picking up skills was as easy as pushing a button, right? Alright. Crawling acquired. Perfect, we've learned our first skill. Now it's time to practice crawling. What could possibly go wrong, right? We can practice our skills in the schedule down there. Tap the button. And we got quite the busy schedule there, but I think we can work in some crawling. Perfect, we got one, practice. Right. And so it says right there, 0 3. So we gotta crawl 3 times to master that skill. And we failed at crawling. Oh joy. And we failed again. Hey, and now we have succeeded at crawling. Mastering skills rewards you with a large one-time bonus. There you go, man. Come look, I think Trooper's going to crawl. Crawl forward, roll around, crawl backwards. Now what the heck? We'll go in reverse. Ah, where are you going? Ha ha. Dad sounds bemused. Okay. So, new skills available walking and talking. In each turn, you'll grow a little bit older. You can see your current age down there in the profile. Once you reach 18, you will face a final exam, which will decide who you'll become. Okay. I think that's like the equivalent of the SAT. It slightly overstates the importance of, you know, the SAT or the ACT if you happen to grow up in the American Midwest. But still, you know, you got to have some level of finality in the game, I suppose. New skills. We do not have enough knowledge points. That's perfectly fine. Each skill is tied to one of 5 attributes. To lower the knowledge cost, gain more of the attributes. Okay. Yeah, we got intelligence. That's the blue. Red for empathy. Green for physique. That's the walking and the crawling and the whatnot. Yellow for memory. And then purple for imagination. And I imagine that'll build out further as we go. I have played a fair bit of this, but I just wanted to show it off because I think it's a really cool game. And I said it's, you know, I'd like more people to know about it. So we gain more attributes by developing our very own mind, as opposed to someone else's game. Right. Tap the button to open the brain map. Tap neurons to collect attributes. Each collect attribute has a knowledge cost. Keep collecting attributes until you run out of brain points. And we got our little mini map here. So I think what I do hear people like having issues like with little brain maps sometimes. I think the one strategy I think that I found that's just generally helpful is to go for maximum coverage. So try to open, because each click also explodes. I mean, maybe it explodes. It exposes all the adjacent little bubbles as well. So ideally, you want to get as many per click as possible. This is either with each click costs us 5 brain points, and the little nodes give us 5 attribute points. Looks like they're only giving us all intelligence and physique for now, but that'll change. And as we have literally just learned to crawl, I don't think we need to stress too much, you know, focusing one way or the other. So we'll just try to get ourselves a balance here before we head out into the wider world. And I don't think there's anything special to be found, at least in this opening map. So. Oh, hang on. Our parents did ask us to be smart. Well, but is it balance? Balance, balance, balance. Okay, we spent all of our points. We have enough knowledge to learn new skills. So, let us begin to learn to talk. Goo-goo, baba. Time to figure this talking thing out. Okay, the early years are a time for exploration and discovery. Choose which. Okay, so I think this is gonna branch us into one part of a skill tree or another. So we can get more blue points by learning how to get attention, or we can go for a little imagination by building towers. Well, we are hoping to be smart, but at the same time, do we want to go for a blend? Nah, let's be honest. Getting attention is essential in the modern economy. Let's learn that. We're gonna learn to walk. So we can learn to climb cabinets, essential skills for all newborns, or we can learn to play with parents. Well, it looks like, the red will probably be useful. Maybe we'll get some of that. Okay, so that's all we can do as far as learning skills. Now we go to practice. And as you can see, like each of these skills will actually give us pips in two categories: the intel and the imagination, as well as the empathy and the physique. And they each only take 2, so we can master talking, and then we can get halfway toward mastering walking. And we have failed to talk. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. And you can see that we get little stat ups. And we have failed at walking. But, Trooper is about to say something for the first time. You can say something. Say mama. No, say dada. I reject this artificial binary. I'm going to say what I want. You utter a long string of sounds about the way you're feeling and your hopes and your dreams. Was that a word? I think so. What word was it? No idea. Artists are always unappreciated in their time. Okay, so now we can get attention or play with parents. And as you can see, because we have a good chunk of blue points there, that is much cheaper than red, which we are lagging. So let's see if we can do something about that. Like knowledge neurons to collect more knowledge points. So I think that the map's going to open up a little bit more now. Yep, there we go. So now we're going to more knowledge is fine, but I find it's generally more efficient to bring down the cost, if at all possible, with the stat nodes than they are picking up points. Sometimes you just can't help it, but ideally we can stick to skilling up. Well, not great, but let's see. Oh yeah, and one other thing, you can see down at the bottom it says the minimal, probably the minimum, it means minimum. So that cost can go as low as 30. But generally, I don't think it's worth just dragging out turns or waiting to pick up text just to make them as cheap as possible. So why don't we just go ahead and... It's going to be a little more expensive than would be ideal, but I mean, it's better that we make the full use of the time we have. And that's just good life advice in general, as well as in playing this game. So, leave us learn how to get attention. And so we have another branching choice. We can go down the imagination path and learn to play with the remote. Screen time for babies, not good. Or we can keep going hard on intelligence and learn how to open jars. Not sure. Let's Let's see if we can bring up that imagination a little bit. Now let's play with the remote. Okay, so talking we have mastered, but you can go back and then do that again if you just want to grind those stat points. But there's really not much point in that, especially when. So let's master walking, and we will also master getting attention. Hey. We have mastered not falling down. And we always seem to be failing first rolls, but it seems like on the turn you will master, you will always get the 50-50 that gives you the extra stat points. So that gets us back those brain points we used to learn getting attention. So your parents are ignoring you, and you want their attention. So how do we do it? We can break something, cry really loud, or we can flail around. I mean, flailing around's always fun, right? You know, it doesn't cause any property damage. You know, it doesn't necessarily annoy the parents, but yeah, we'll flail. You start flailing like mad. There. Are you okay? Don't call on the child. So now we can play with the remote. As you grow, you will change. From now on, your attributes will have a growing bonus. Right, so that's our passive stat pickup per turn. These growing bonuses will increase your attributes every turn by the specified value. So they're going to start +2 on their own, but as it's telling us here, you get those big old hexes, and that'll actually pick up actually increase our per turn bonus, and as you might expect, like when you get ticks over time, the earlier you can beef it up, like the more value you will get. So right now, especially seeing as how we were well behind on memory, I think we're going to go for these two yellow ones here. It costs 15, but one, it increases it gives us 15 points as opposed to just 5, and increases that passive stat up. So all told, it's efficient and useful over the long game. So when I'm doing these maps, I do try to get the big nodes as much as possible. Okay, so we can get playing with parents. All right, we'll just use these last few points. Let's see. Now I'm just digging around because like there are other things you can find. There are nodes that will actually refresh the map and then top up your points. And the more of those you can find, the more time you can spend in the brain map per turn, which means the higher the higher your stats will get. It all kind of feeds back on itself. Oh yes, minimum cost 30 is 81. I mean, it is nowhere near efficient, but we don't. You see, we've already mastered everything else we have, and you want to be getting max value out of these turns. Playing with animals, playing with kids. I mean, playing with animals. Come on. How is that even a question? Now, okay, that's going to round that out. But we have a spare one, so we might as well get... So do we want more... Yeah, we'll just do that 3 times, because we could use the extra empathy. And we fail at patty cake. Hey, there we go. And then we'll beef up that empathy 1 more time and a little physique 2. We are playing. Let's play our favorite game. What's our favorite game? Peekaboo? Hiding from the parents? Or blocks? Well, these two would seem to promote an avoidant personality, and that's not good for children, or so I've heard. So why don't we play with some blocks? You play blocks with your parents. Trooper's probably going to be an architect. You sure about that, Dad? It's almost time for preschool. Ah! Until then, learn and practice as much as you can. You can check your progress in the skill tree window or by having any of the available skills. Okay, so now we get the skill tree. So we can see. So there's playing with animals, there's playing with kids. And that's the playing with the remote that we chose. And then there is, there's opening jars. And now the skill tree will actually persist across multiple playthroughs. So even if you don't unlock all the things in a particular run, like when you advance to the next generation, you'll still be able to see these. So if you want to plan out a particular route, if you're going for going hard on intel or hard on physique, it's easier to do that because then you'll have more of a look, more of an idea of what path you can take to maximize your stat gain. Okay, we only got the one spot here. That's not exactly helpful. We do want these as much as possible. Okay, let's take let's see. That's cost 5, 10, 15. Okay, we'll still be able to get that memory node. Yeah, but do we want it though? I don't know that we do, because I want to get one of these before we go, and it's going to be way easier to get playing with animals than playing with the remote. Let's just do that. And that. Now, you won't be able to hit that, but that's fine. We'll at least be able to go into preschool with one advanced skill. Because, once you go into preschool, this skill tree gets locked off, and we start a whole fresh one. All right, and there is the nice. That does give us a flat 20, and then it just so happens that it takes 3 to master playing with animals. Those fluffy creatures look really interesting. You should pet them all vigorously. Oh, hey, a good roll off the start. That is an unusually friendly cat. Alright, so yeah, now we are in preschool and we have to deal with other kids. Ugh. So, we can go down the math tree, starting with counting to 10. Innate gardening basics, which seems like a lot of pressure to put on a preschooler's shoulders, and learning the alphabet. You are now going to preschool. You'll spend your mornings here and go back home in the afternoon. From now on, you need to take care of your mental health. Mental health in preschool, oh dear. The more relaxed you are, the more skills you'll be able to schedule. However, if you overwork yourself, you won't be able to learn anything new, as some of your schedule slots will be locked. The harder the new skills will be, the bigger effect on you they'll have. The scheduled skill will slightly lower your mental health. To raise your mental health, you need to entertain yourself from time to time. So tap the jigsaw. Okay, so we're gonna. So playing jigsaw will make us happy, and we look happy. Nice. And it also gets us a small stat up as well. Yeah, each action costs action points, which replenish at the beginning of each turn. Okay, so let's dip back into the brain map. Tap brain point neurons to gain additional brain points. Let me just do. Music might be slightly loud. Okay, let's get going. So we're good. Yeah. Red tech is as low as cheap as it's going to get. Blue is almost there. More yellow would be nice. I'm just not finding any goodies so far. Okay, well, so we missed out on all the good stuff. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and head back home, because there's one other thing we can do that can make that just a little bit cheaper. Then we got one more here. Watching cartoons. A classic pastime. And somehow we failed at watching cartoons. Good job, me. Okay, so that's as cheap as it's going to get, so we'll go ahead and buy that. Now, yeah, both of those are going to cost 70. We're just a little bit short of that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab counting to 10, and then I guess we'll have to delay learning the alphabet until we're 4 years old. But that's fine, so we can bring that cost just a little bit more. So you can now discover entertainment. So make sure to keep your mental health above 0 at all times, which, is, again, good advice in the game and life in general. Now, we could work in some of that, or... So it says right here, so each time we learn counting to 10, we'll get 2 intel, but we'll also lose one mental health. So for example, so we do maybe put one of those in there, and let's say we hit, because see, watching cartoons is something we can do at home, but jigsaws we can only do at school for the time being. So if we do that setup there, we're going to lose 1, 2, 3 and gain 1. So we'll be at an even 50 for mental health. But we'll also get 2, 4, 5 intel points. We will master counting to 10, so we'll get another 20 plus 10 knowledge. And we'll also get 2 from starting gardening basics. And we whiffed. Alright. At the end of preschool, in every subsequent school you go to, you'll have an exam, always with the exams. Each exam will test your knowledge, so be sure to learn as many skills as possible beforehand. And it does come on quick. You only got 2 turns for your preschool exam. That just sounds weird. You can see how well prepared you are and how many turns are left from the upcoming exam. Your exam readiness improves every time you learn, so just buying it or mastering, actually doing all the practices. The higher your exam readiness, the more moves you'll be able to perform in the exam. Each location contains new actions. So as you see, now we also have the slide. So let's pop out there real quick, and then we'll do the slide. So you get a little bonus for learning and doing something for the first time. So now before we do that, let's jump back into the brain map and see if we can't buy down some of these skills. Okay, that's a better roll. We have multiple paths we can pursue. So let's get that up. There we go. There's one of those spots that increases your brain points. Those are very handy to find. So we'll increase our empathy income per turn as well. So we got 25 points. I'm just not feeling the imagination so far. Let's pump that. And then what do we do? Well, we're still slightly behind on. All right, let's get some of that. And that is still expensive. All right. Okay. So as you can see here, so we've already started that. So then math starts there, and that goes all the way down. Now this is not just the preschool tree, thankfully. No, this is for basically everything up until we finish high school. And these other trees will reveal themselves later on through either interacting through NPCs or through visiting certain spots. There we go. See, we got the nature tree. There's a branch right there. We don't have to go all the way down, but you can choose. We have the physique tree, literacy, and then a couple others. And then all of those, they see imagination, and that hasn't even been revealed yet. Okay, so let's head home. Let's not fail at watching cartoons. We failed at watching cartoons again. But at least we got, a little bit of memory points. So we need to catch up on that, so we'll do that first. Now, okay, we haven't bought that yet. We need to do one gardening basics. So do that, finish that, and then what do we want? We're actually the furthest ahead in red, so we'll do another round of jigsaw puzzles. Now this will master us 2 skills, so hopefully that will supercharge that the exam readiness that we have there. Very good. We did not kill a plant. Bleh. Lovely. And then we still get the mental health bonus even if we didn't roll sufficiently to complete the puzzle. Yeah, see, that took our exam readiness up to 75. So I figure, learn or master 1 or 2 more skills and we'll probably be golden. So that's almost as cheap as it's going to get. That's as cheap as it's going to get. And we have a ways to go on that. There we go. Tap the next map neuron to reset the brain map and receive a large amount of additional points. Remember, you can't exceed your brain point cap. But still, love those. I don't know if it's specifically coded into the game, but I think like the most of those you can chain in a row is like 3 or 4 before the game just says, nah, you've had enough. And you know what? Fair. I mean, we could go for an absolutely silly amount of empathy income here, but I don't want to over specialize just yet. That's 50, so we would need like 52. Well, we need 120. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay. And three times in a row we have failed at watching cartoons. Maybe it's just a bad cartoon. Maybe they need to find a different cartoon, something that's better at holding our attention. Okay, yeah, that's up to 3. So we're fine there. Okay, so if we got 1 turn left. what we can do, we can buy both of these. And that gets us to 88. So, and see now mastering a skill takes three practices. So it's gonna be a little, and it's just gonna get more complex from here. For now, why don't we we'll learn. See, there's so many of them. Yeah, there's a whole lot of numbers. I guess we'll do one more round of jigsaw puzzles. Nope. That looks vaguely like a 3. Yes, good job, me. Light synthesis. Yeah, that's something preschoolers learn on the regular, right? Okay, and there we go. And then mastering that kicked us up to 100. So we have the maximum number of moves that we can have for the exam. And 0 means the exam's happening this turn. Let's see. So we could do 2 jigsaw puzzles and master that. And as you can see, well, those costs suddenly jumped up by a lot. That suggests that we're not supposed to be able to do those until much later. So we are a precocious child, but we're not that precocious doing light synthesis in preschool, so which is fine. We do need to catch up on memory, so why don't we head that away? Ooh, okay, that's very nice. Ooh. Oh, hey, there we go. Now we're rolling really well. So I'll take those free points. And I'll take those free points. And I'll take those free points. And there we go. So there, regenerates the brain map and increases brain points by 40. So that'll get us up to 60, so that won't put us over the cap. Finding these is really good. And obviously, the more there are things you can buy that will increase your brain points, that give you more chances to click bubbles, which then give you more chances to click these, which get your stats up, and it's all a virtuous cycle. So, give me that. Oh, so good. Okay, yeah, I'm going to pass on the imagination. I will take those free points, though. Oh, good grief. We are just rolling absurdly well here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this way is actually more efficient. Just short. At least we've got writing as cheap as it's going to get. I really would have liked to get that, but oh well. Nope. Okay. I ask and the game answers. There we go. That is a good run. So we'll go ahead and we will master having jigsaw puzzles. So then we'll go home. You see, that lists exam rather than studying. So once you get to turn 0, all you can do is, learn rather than master any new skills. So make sure you're in good position, exam prep wise, before the counter says 0. But now, if you notice, we are 100% exam prepared, but I'm still going to learn writing. Now, I didn't know this uh, when I first started playing this game, but any exam readiness over 100% will carry on to the next to the following level of school. So like one time I finished junior high, I was filled up the exam readiness bar well before the exam, and I started high school like 85% prepared for the SAT. So don't don't stop learning just because you've got the exam bar filled up. Always be learning. Every day is a school day. So pick that up, and now also because like learning that skill opens up new. It'll open up new text next turn, so you don't have to wait for those. So now on to the exam. So tap the attributes. Each tap collects all adjacent attributes at the same time as well. Once you have enough attributes, tap these to increase the score. And more points gets you a higher grade, and you have a limited number of moves. In this case, it's 19. And like these kind of games might look familiar to people who play like Match 3 with Jeweled or other such things. So one thing I like to do is try to set up as many big moves as possible, even if it takes a small move here or there. So like I'll take this bit of red, and now we can actually do all of this yellow in one shot. Okay, there's a potential for a big blue play here. So I think what I'm going to do is if I take that out, that'll drop. No, but then that's going to cut that off, isn't it? Let's see. Nope, that's fine. So then we can get all of these. There. And now we'll clear all those out with one click, which means we will also have a very large red play. There we go. And that's basically the idea. That is like the maximally efficient way to approach this. It's not always going to be that clear cut because the later you go, the more varieties of tiles you're going to have out there. It's going to make those kind of big plays more difficult to get. More difficult, but not impossible. That's there we go. Is that greedy? That's kind of greedy. I would like to connect those. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're a little behind on yellow, and now we're not. Okay, so now one habit I like to get into, I'll stop with a couple turns left, and then we'll start going through these, and then if I find I'm short on one particular color that I need to get one thing that'll push me over from like a B to an A, then I can leave myself time to do that. So let's just start popping these. Keeping track of which of these we have more of. So like we're a little behind on red, so let's not spend red if we can help it. Okay, well, we have the most blue, so we'll do that. Still, well, I don't. Yeah, now it wants all my red points. There we go. That's more like it. And as you can see, every time you fill the bar up, you move up one letter grade. Okay, now I see since I spent those points, these are now blocked off, so we don't have enough. So now all we need to do here is like go in and see. So like if we're short on red, where can we find a bunch of red? Well, obviously there's a whole bunch of red right here. There you go. And then that pushed us over to an A. Now, you can still keep filling the bar up, but all that'll do is like it'll get you slightly better rewards on the other side of the challenge. Here, so let me just grab one of these so we can keep moving. Don't click that ahead of time. Be very careful. You can still keep clicking these. Yeah. And now we're out even though we're well above. So we finished well above an A. We're going to finish the exams. As you can see, we get a little mental health bonus and we get 75 knowledge points. So it does behoove you to do well on the non-SAT exams. Welcome to elementary school, also known as primary school. Time to take your education up a notch. Your parents will expect more and more of you. You need to make sure they are satisfied. The more skills you schedule, the higher your satisfaction will be. Entertainment will lower parents' satisfaction. Have alerts for mental health. Make sure your parents' satisfaction stays above 0. You'll face serious penalties. So the more you study, the more your parents are happy, which is odd. I mean, on one hand, that's understandable, but like, my parents yelled at me because I didn't go outside and play enough. Hang on, okay, bear with me for a second. I'm looking at the titles of these books. I guess I never noticed them before. Play, sing, eat. There's a textbook telling kids how to eat. That's fun. And you can see our look has changed a little too. We're now rocking the single strap overalls. Very, very hip, very 90s. Now, brain point hexes and action point hexes increase your brain point and action point limits. Those are also big, huge. We want those as much as possible. And there's the other stat, charm. So we get ourselves more of that. So we want more of everything. We can't unlock anything in green, purple, or pink just yet, but we got 2 of those. We still need to do that. So we've still got lots to do, but we're in a good place when we start elementary school. There we go. That's going to 40. That'll put us right at just below the cap. I am going to preemptively take that. We're not going to have as many points to start the next time around, but honestly, I'm not fussed. Again, as I said, like the earlier you get that passive income up, the better. There we go, there's some free points for us. Well, our per turn empathy is kind of lacking, so I could make a case for that. Lovely. Excellent. And there is some luck involved, but also, like I said earlier, if you can keep getting maximum exposure per nodule you click, that'll increase your odds of finding all those helpful little nodes that get you extra free points or get you the path to the next level. So it's not completely RNG, but there is an element of it. Yeah. All right. So we didn't find anything that buffed our action points or our brain points to start off with, but those are going to be a major focus as we do this playthrough. Mom asks, do you play nice with everyone? Being nice is lame. I think no. Sometimes it's hard to be nice. But there's this one kid who's really mean. But he's funny, so everyone still talks to him. I know a few people like that. I try to be nice, and they just insults me, and everyone laughs. I understand your frustration, but trust me, getting popular that way won't last long. I don't know. Help certain people be president. And being nice doesn't mean you have to be lame. If you figure out how to be both funny and polite, I guarantee everyone will want to befriend you. That is a very positive outlook, Mom. From now on, your parents will set additional goals for you to complete. Complete expectations to gain rewards like additional satisfaction points. And if you don't, there will be a penalty, usually in the form of parental approval. So raise your charm. So we need more pink. Now, there are no activities we can do to raise the pink. Check the current expectations. Expectations also earn you pride points, a special currency. You can request gifts from your parents. So there's your minigame categories, trips, special requests. Yeah, so then, as I say, some of these will unlock new locations on the map where you can do activities, learn new skills, or later on you can work to earn money. Or some of these will just open new skills in themselves. Trip, you can actually take a trip to somewhere. It'll eat up an entire turn, but you'll also get a pretty decent sized boost to one or two stat areas and your mental health. Clothes, these are purely aesthetic. And then these are the ones that I really like to go for. This one in particular, because that gives you a permanent schedule slot. Usually if your mental health is above that break point there, which is 70, you will get an additional slot. If it's between these two, it goes away. And then if your mental health goes below 30, you will actually lose a schedule slot, which can really hurt. But this one, it just unlocks one permanently. And then these are also handy too. Those are things you can use to boost your action point and brain point cap. But for now, they want us to pick up 100 points of charm. And we're only making 4 points of charm per turn, which means we need to go into the brain map and then go heavy on the pink. This is the world map. So eventually this will fill up with stuff to do, but for now, we're just kind of out there on our own. So we have 30 action points and nowhere else to spend it, so let's try to not fail watching cartoons. There we go. Way to not fail watching cartoons. I'm very proud of me. Okay. So these are very expensive, but let's check. So what do we still have to learn? We still have, pet care basics and writing. So we can afford to not buy these for a turn or two because, as you see, the base cost is 30, and right now they're both more than 100 each. So, but also you can see now we have five schedule slots, which is very handy. And then if we get our mental health above 70, that'll go to 6. So nothing we can do about charm yet, so let's bring up our lowest stat. So we'll master writing, and that's going to take us down 3 mental health points. So we'll do that, and then this will actually help us master watching cartoons. It'll be a cartoon watching map. Well, hang on. But we can do that anyway. There, we'll do that. Because we can do this at home anytime, but like these, we no longer have access to those since we're out of preschool. That's... I'm not sure what... That a cursive L? I assume that's a cursive L. I'm not sure what else that could be. that rabbit is dynamite. Dodgeball, the game of kings and bullies. You see one of the kids in your class, Buddy, getting hassled. The teacher's in his office. He won't be coming out in time to see anything. Uh-oh. Hey, quit it. Stop aiming for my ankles. Yeah, want me to aim for your head? Yeah, go get him. Leave him alone. For a moment, Buddy looks at you hopefully, and then thwack. A dodgeball slams you hard, even though you are already out. Typical. The bully has friends. Aha, 6 points. Another kid comes to the aid of you, Buddy. Leave him alone. As long as you get a wail on someone. The bigger kids start to shove the small kid around. Buddy hides behind the ball rack. You can try, but they're not being nice in their shoves. Yeah, we'll step in. Cut it out. Why do you guys have to be such jerks? Seeming to have forgotten about Buddy, the bullies turn their attention to you again and... What's going on here? The small kid grins. These rat finks were hitting people with balls even after they were out. A lot of denial and yelling, and a few detentions follow. While that's going on, the small kid comes over to you and Buddy. Hey, I'm Jake Fletcher. Buddy, sorry, those guys were scary. Nah, scary people don't pick on people to feel big. Besides, I had it covered. Jake makes an overdramatic muscle with his arm. Yeah, they got lucky. Those boys got lucky. We could have whooped them. Hells yeah. Jake goes for the high five. You can't leave someone hanging on a high five. You high five, Jake. Hells yeah. Heh, hells yeah. Buddy holds his hands up for a high five. Jake high fives. There we go. Gym class ends and you're sent your separate ways. Alright, and now we have the elementary school exam set up. And we have the gym. You can access new school locations by tapping the photograph. School locations are only accessible when you're at school. Makes sense. Anyway, just another day peewees. You know, some of the kids calling the coach Stonehead. Yeah, how about you run some suicides? Go on, get. And you. Coach is looking right at you. Stop your lollygagging. Why aren't you running laps? Alright, fine. You get to jogging without making eye contact. The rest of the class is pretty standard, mostly going over stretches, as everyone files out of class. Hey, whoa, hold up a minute there. Sorry I yelled at you before. Just gotta make sure you get in the habit. Trust me, by the time you're my age, it's way too late to get into shape. No, I disagree. He laughs, but it's obvious he's only half joking. No more lollygagging. See you next class. You see him almost go to slap you on the back or something, but he doesn't. Alright, and now this opens a place where we can learn side skills. So if we want to go down a side path, and side paths don't help with the exam readiness, but they do open up new potential careers for when you finish high school. So side skills, they open up new possible endings for you to achieve. Or not, because obviously that is very expensive, but at least we can open that up. Now, to the brain map. Ooh, okay, definitely want that, definitely want those. Because we have 4 out of 100, and we need a lot more. So we'll grab that, and that, and that. And there we go, we're already at 38. And we have a couple turns to make up ground there. So, good start. Normally I would go for that, but we kind of need to dig for more pink. Normally I wouldn't be so single-minded in pursuing that, but the more of these parental quests you can knock out, the more pride points you gain, the more bonuses you get, because a lot of those are really super handy, like that bonus schedule slot in particular. Alright, 66. Okay, yeah, not great, but we're at 73 after one turn, so we should be able to knock that out next turn without too much issue. And there's no sense going there. Yeah? Nah, it's still too many points to waste. Alright. I said we have action points. We don't want to let them go to waste, so more cartoons. That mastered it, so they get us a little extra bonus yellow. Alright, that's fine. Still need to master pet care basics. But that's only going to be 2. How many turns, like if we opened up comparing quantities? That's 4, so that's going to be more space than we have. See, light synthesis, spelling, geography. Light synthesis, also 4. Spelling, also 4. Geography, 4. Alright, well, it's slightly wasteful, but you know what? What the heck? Comparing quantities, yeah. Oh, so one is bigger than the other. Right, so now we'll go in here. We'll finish that. We'll get halfway to comparing quantities, and then we'll get ourselves, we'll go down the slide again. There we go, as it should be. Okay, so now it says 1 turn. I think we still have a chance next turn, I think, but we only need 21 points of charm, which we should be able to get without too much issue. Tap super brain neuron points to receive big brain or big knowledge points. Okay, oh, there we go. That's basically everything we were looking for right near us, which is very handy. So let's get started. Boom. So we finished that. 150 pride points and then 5 parental approval. Definitely going to get that. Alright, not the best turn, but not bad either. Okay, here we go. So, we can burn, because I don't think there's going to be anything new at home. We can learn how to jump rope, eventually. Yeah, we're not going very hard on physique. And basically, unless we get some specific requests for missions to do X number of physique, learn something in physique, it's probably not going to penalize us too much. Okay, so we'll head home because there's out in front of the elementary school. You see Jake. Hey, sup? Buddy materializes out of nowhere. Not much, Jake. It was clear Jake was trying to talk to you. Awkward. I will greet Jake as well. Sup with you, Jake? Keep it on. He high-fives Buddy. Hey, Jake, want to come over to my place after school? Jake seems to consider it. My mom will only have one friend over, though. Buddy looks at you as he says that. Jake looks between the two of you. Well, why don't we all hang out? My parents let as many people over as I want. I mean, 2 at least. Yeah, but I have dino toys. Nah, the more the merrier. Sounds great. Not today. I need to help my dad today. Next time. Hells yeah. Jake heads off. Buddy stays behind and gives you a weird look before he heads off as well. Family movie night. Tonight you're watching a Bunny and Quack movie. Bunny and Quack are consistent characters in this game. Maybe another Vile Monarch 2 games, I'm not entirely sure. Wow, I can't believe Quack forgave Bunny after all that happened. Wouldn't you forgive your friends no matter what they did? Would I? I mean, grown-up me can think of some really awful things people can do to each other, but for now, yeah. Of course I would. They're my friend. Even if they broke one of your toys, I'm not sure. It's not always easy to forgive others, but it's not easy to hold a grudge either. And usually it's not worth it. It's a strong disagree there, Dad. You ponder those words as Quack and Bunny make up. You can access new city locations by tapping the photograph. Yep. And now they want us to raise empathy. Now we could come in here and start spending, but to get these, we need them to be proud. So we need their breakpoint to be above 70. But I'm going to save for that planner. Sounds weird for a 6-year-old to be saving up for a planner, admittedly, a daily planner, but you know what? It's worth it. Okay, so we do 2 more comparing quantities, and we can buy something else. So let's see, or we can start. Well, they do want us to raise our empathy, and those red points, and that'll give us a good boost to that. So why don't we go ahead and start learning about light synthesis, as 6-year-olds are wont to do. That'll give us a quick 25, a quarter of the way there already. And there's no real, we don't need to lollygag about that, so we'll master that, finish those, and then one more time down the slide. And as you can see there, like the jump rope is the start of like the next tier of entertainment. So it gets more points, more satisfaction, but also a bigger ding to parental satisfaction. So more to balance. But now this turn we're going to go hard on the red points and try to knock out that parental request as soon as possible. And there we go. One turn in and we're already 89% of the way there. Easy peasy. So definitely gonna go over here, grab more brain points and more action points. All right, one more of these and we should be good. Lovely. Now we go digging for that entrance to the next level, or to reset the map. There we go. That'll help. That'll help as well. Well, shucks, no dice, but. We can also go out in front of the school. We got some new entertainment here. More swinging or playing hopscotch. I am actually, well, I say I'm going to save that, but I'm not sure what else we're going to do. Here's the thing, I mean, I don't like letting action points go to waste, especially when we can just pick up easy points, but we are, we're going to get another parental request, and then that's going to give us another chance to boost parental approval, so why don't we go play on the swings? Hey, kiddo, check this out. Your parent is holding a glass of clear liquid with an egg inside. Ooh, vodka? Yesterday I put an egg inside this glass of vinegar. Oh, darn. They take it out and hold it in their hand. What do you think is going to happen when I drop it? Gonna bounce? Gonna break? And we're making a big show and tell of this, so it's probably going to be something different. Let's say it's going to bounce. Is that a trick question? Is it going to bounce somehow? Well, let's find out. They let go of the egg, it falls to the ground, but to your surprise, it doesn't break. Wow. Surprised? The shell is dissolved in vinegar, and all that's left is a soft membrane. Isn't science fascinating? If you study a lot, you will learn a lot more interesting wonders like this. Wow. Bouncy eggs. Alright, so now we have to raise our intelligence. So, good thing we didn't finish off the comparing quantities last turn, because now that's an easy point boost. And that's going to get us 150. How much do we need for that? Okay, we need 650, so it's going to be 2 more, so it's probably best we didn't wait. Yeah. I may have slightly miscalculated this. I mean, I hate dumping that many points in, but at the same time, we really don't have anything else to go after because we don't have the points for the other ones. And I really don't want to go a turn without learning anything. Alright, so here's what we'll do. We will definitely finish off comparing quantities. No, I'm not. I will be strong. I will hold out. We're not going to violate spelling just yet. We can afford to wait. Instead, let's master going down the slide. That's a good use of our time. The day of hanging out with Jake and Buddy has come around. And then Dinosaur was like, Rarns? Alright, Buddy. Buddy is mostly describing his favorite movies. Yeah, I know, I saw it. Alright, what are you into, Jake? What kind of stuff are you into? Oh, you know, comics. I love comics. Oh, what's your favorite one? That one. Infinity Glaive? Yeah, it's great. Hells yeah, it is. Either of you ever draw? Not really. I mean, I see drawings over there, so presumably the answer is yes. You pull out something in your notebook with sketches and things in them. Oh, they're not very good. I think they're awesome. I guess they're okay. I draw a lot. I mostly make up superheroes, like Bullet Bill. He's a guy with a bullet for a head. Cool. What's his power? He always knows which way that will. He always knows which way to go that will lead to justice. Sure. Yeah, pretty cool. You have any other powers? I used to draw him with his head being detachable when I was younger, but you know, I'm older now, so I'm a bit more grounded. Yeah, makes sense. You two ever play superheroes? It's easy if you've never done it. We just pretend to be superheroes. A few hours are spent with towels tied around your necks. I'm sure Mom likes that. There we go. During recess in the basketball court, Jake is playing superhero. As I'm Bullet Bill. My head points to justice. I'm Big Buddy. No one can hurt me. So we've got a DPS. We've got a tank. I guess that means I need to be support. I'm the healing hand. Anything I touch heals up. Healing? Kind of a lame power. Buddy. Think of team dynamics. If they were by themselves, but they're part of a trio of heroes, I think it's great. I guess. The PE coach suddenly bursts in. Buddy! Some of the kids saw you in my office and now all my hall passes are missing. Buddy looks terrified. He didn't do it. The kids who told me this aren't that kind that he's been here. He didn't do it. Yep, pull back, Jacob. He's been with us all recess. We've been playing around in here, but he never went into your office. It was someone else. Buddy looks between the two of you, and to the teacher, hopefully. If I find out any of you were the ones to take my slips, this is the kind of thing that could get you expelled. Come on. Then it's a really good thing we didn't take them. The teacher stares at all of you a while, and then walks out. Thanks, both of you. We're friends. What else would we do? With that, you all return to playing superheroes. Getting expelled from elementary school. Sure. Okay, so we are a little more than halfway to the getting our intelligence to where our parents want it to be. Tap the insight neurons to reveal nearby neurons. I'm not sure how useful those are. Maybe, we'll see. That'll be an intelligence boost. We like that. And okay, let's go over here. Grab that. Oh, there we go. Lovely. You're just 9 points short. Now, one more ought to do it. Alright, fine. There we go. 600. We're still 50 short of the planner, unfortunately. Alright, now let's play some hopscotch. One of your parents is reading the newspaper. See, this is another reason why I like to get you get the parental request done at school so that they reset when you go home. And the more of them you get, the more points you can rack up, the faster. So you don't have to sit around and wait for turn. This headline reads, "Physical activity of our nation's youth at an all-time low. They shoot you a look." Yeah, what's so good about that? All exercise does is make you sweaty and tired. No wonder no one likes it. Good call, kid. No. I get what you're saying, but exercise is important for staying healthy. Plus, you never know when you'll need the stamina. So please, don't contribute to the inactiveness statistic. Come on, let's go outside and play the ball. Play the ball? Come on, Dad. You sound like you're really trying hard there. Fine. Alright, so we need to raise our physique by... Okay, so now we got a new... We can make blanket forts. This sounds like fun. Okay, so we don't... So I think the play here is to get one new skill. Did we get any... Yeah, we have swinging and jump roping if we want to do that too. But we were to bring spelling down below 100 at least, so we might as well do that. Okay. Now we could use 3 here, but I think I would rather use my action points and then use those to generate more physique. Then use time here because we still need to stay on track for exam readiness. So what we'll do is we will master spelling, and then we'll throw in around a jump rope just to milk a few extra physique points out of it. Very nice. As you can see right there, like if you win that 50-50 flip, you actually do get a little extra bonus in terms of the points. I think like the satisfaction plus and the mental health and then the satisfaction are the same regardless. So we only have 9 physique points, so we're gonna have to do some work. But the nice thing is we have 100 brain points to work with, so we can really go explore. And that's an instant 20 points, which is very handy. Oh. Hey, look at that. So we'll go ahead and grab that while we're here. And you know what? I'll take those. 2 CF? No, okay. Ooh, there we go. 25 free brain points. Alright, well now we gotta keep clicking because that'll give us 40, that'll put us 5 points over, so let me just grab a couple other physique points. There we go. Ooh, lovely. Let's see if we can get over here. Very nice. Boom, finished it 1 turn. So now we can go home once we get our parental approval up above 70. Then we can go. Then we'll get that planner, and then that will greatly improve our ability to just power through and do more between terms as well as racking up points here on the brain map. Very nice. Alright. Well, we don't have to worry about burning our action points, which I guess is good, because now we can go home and make blanket forts. Doesn't that sound fun? You, Buddy, and Jake are playing superheroes in the park. I'm Confidence Man, the ability to convince anyone of anything. Not sure. Anyway. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty good. Confidence Man is another word for like a con man? My dad taught it to me. Now, sick of superheroes? In this economy, heaven forfend. I am Super Zap, with the power to channel electricity through my hands. Zap zap! Ah, I'm electrified! Jake pretends to twitch out. Oh no! If only Healing Hand was here, they could heal the injuries. Big Buddy, avenge my death! Jake flops over and pretends to be dead. No! And now with my electric powers, I'll restart his heart. Kazap! I'm cured and ready to kick ass! Yay, the terrific trio stands against the dangers of this city. Hells yeah! Usually play superheroes for a while. And now we're back to empathy. And even better, it opens up the park. So now we have another place we can go. So we're not just stuck at home all the time. We can wander down. If that's our home, that looks like a long way to wander for a 7-year-old. But hey. You see a creepy guy that seems to be staring and taking notes on all the teenagers in the park. Seems sus. After watching him for a few minutes, he sees you staring. Hey there, younger human on the younger side. I assume you're worried I have some nefarious reasons for my work? He holds up his notebook and smacks it with his hand. Yeah? Do you go to Southern Baptist High School by any chance? I'm 7, creepy guy. Do I look like a high schooler to you? No, I don't go to that school. Yes, yes, of course. I'm Sergio Guerrero. I'm a journalist by trade, looking into a story that has to do with the school I mentioned. Does being a journalist always include being creepy around kids? Not always. It does often involve a lot of very boring work. Research, note-taking, interviews, transcriptions. Nothing for the faint of heart. But few things are more rewarding than when the pieces come together. With that, the strange man turns back to writing in his notebook. My profession's getting a good run out here. Okay, so we can go cloud watching for a little extra entertainment and go listen to music. Weird that we have to go to a park to listen to music, but hey. And then we can also pick up another side gig, starting with brainstorming. So now we can finally unlock some purple tech too, under the creative writing category. Hey Packer, good to see you. Yeah, we're just kicking off the weekend with something a little different. You know, I played The Long Dark yesterday. I just thought I'd throw a change up in here. This is one of my favorite, just games to chill with, and then just kick back, relax, enjoy the soundtrack, and see if I can improve on my childhood through the magic of video games. How are you doing, Packer? Welcome in, by the way. All right, let's go home. So they want us to raise our empathy. And we don't have any new red tech unlocked. But we'd have to burn all of our points on food chains, which I wouldn't be that thrilled about, really. Or we could just play a whole bunch of hopscotch. How much can we get for hopscotch? Let's see. So if we go here, we look at the hopscotch. Mastering is going to get us 50, and then we're 6 hopscotches away. It's probably doable. But for now, let's save our points. Let's learn us some geography. Okay, that's going to get us 5 points. Let's make some blanket forts. That's a bad blanket fort. There we go. And there are the aforementioned Bunny and Quack. And one more of those. Now, oh hey, and you can see there our little stance changed because our mental health is now above 70. And like it says there, an extra schedule slot is available. Now that's a temporary floating slot, unlike the permanent one that we would unlock if we got the planner. But that's fine. We can work with that. So what we'll do here is we'll go ahead, master geography, and then we'll play a couple rounds of hopscotch. So that'll leave us 2, 4, 6, 8. So that'll actually drop -8 +6. So we'll drop 2 points, but we'll still be above the break point. So we can have that next turn too if we want to. Parental approval 2, 4, 6, 8, and then it'll go up 2 as well. Okay, that's a decent trade-off. I'm happy with that. Yeah, unfortunately, real geography isn't anywhere near that exciting. So sociology. We're going to be learning sociology in elementary school. Sure thing, game. Okay, so we have 20 empathy points. We need a whole lot. Knowledge checks reduces the knowledge cost of all currently available skills by 10%. That could be useful. Maybe. Well, yeah, that thing right there. Right now, what I really want is we're going to keep going for... Ooh, there we go. That was handy. Yeah, we're going to keep going for things that buff our brain points, and preferably our action points too. But I mean, as long as we're here. Might as well hoover up some points, too. I would like to find the thing that gets us to refresh the map, but those aren't guaranteed. Those aren't always on every map, so you can't exactly assume that they're going to be there, unfortunately. Sheesh. All right. Okay, so now we're at 62. Yes, more hopscotch. Well, okay, no. Actually. So if you learn food chains, how many is that? Okay, that's 5. Okay, so that'll basically take up everything. That's actually, I think that'll be better. Because that way we can make sure that parental approval gets up as well, so that we can make sure, and then we can get that planner in the extra scheduling slot, before we're out of elementary school and things get more expensive. So instead, let's learn to play catch. Don't get hit in the head. Don't get hit in the head. We got hit in the head. Okay, and at the very least, we get our knowledge points back. So we'll do 1 round of hopscotch. And that'll get us back above 7. Alright, you, Buddy, and Jake are playing in the park again. Dr. Furious, you'll never win. I will never lose. You will, if I have anything to say about it. Hey, you 3. You look over to see the bullies from before. Somehow they look even bigger. Yeah, bullies will do that in elementary school. Buddy eyes behind Jake. We stand our ground. We are superheroes. You stand your ground, turning to face them and staring them right in the eye. Jake does the same thing, standing shoulder to shoulder with you. Buddy is behind you two. The bullies look you both over. I was wondering if you two ever wanted to hang. I mean, you both seem pretty cool. Hell yeah, we are. The rest of the afternoon isn't so bad as you get to know the kids you were once afraid of. The bullies also apologize for lying about the slips. Turns out the head bully's name is Mort. Sorry, you're such dicks. I don't know. We got in a lot of trouble for the slips. Well, I hope you've learned your lesson. It's hard not to laugh as Jake plants his hands on his hips. Eventually, everyone goes home after some games of catch. Okay. 31 will get us 5 bonus points. That'll get us to 61, so that we need to crank parental approval as much as possible. The stuff there is here. Let me not guess. Okay, no, darn it. Because that's going to take us down 2, which means we're going to lose that schedule slot. Yeah, no, let's not. Instead, let's go ahead and buy food chains. And there we go. But we still want another 10, so we can get the parents above 71. Because we can afford that easy peasy, but the problem is that we need to bring their satisfaction to proud. That's when it goes over that break point right there. And that's going to take a little bit of work. So we might have to go an entire turn without playing, which sounds rough, but again, in the long term, if we're gaming everything out. So that'll get them 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That'll get them to 71, and then we just need to do something that won't lose them any parental approval. So, like, we'll do one thing of brainstorming. There, now it's useful. See, everything here will bring down approval, which we're trying to avoid. Again, we have some very aggressive rabbits in this game. There we go. Wolfie's eating rabbits. A sight that'll be familiar to all you long dark players out there. Excellent. And that's clear, so we should get a new parental quest when we go home. But for now, we go back to the brain nap. So we have 2 turns to go. We're at 94 exam readiness, so we should be able to knock that out pretty easily because we can buy, at the very least, basic operators this turn. All right, that would be nice. I really want that though. More more action points and more brain points, more better. And there we go. There's the next map already. Let me go ahead and grab that then. No sense leaving points on the table. That's going to put us over, so... There we go. That made all those just a little bit cheaper. And excellent. So we'll be 5 points under the cap. Okay, no brain or action points, but still, we got some possibilities here. Excellent. Yeah, I did just click on a brain point thing, didn't I? Yeah, don't mind me. Streamer brain. Ooh, gold points. Excellent. You love to see it. Okay. It's off. Well, no, that's not going to be that helpful, is it? Yeah, I'd rather play the odds. Let's look out here. See if we can find anything particularly useful. Do we want to knock those down by another 10%? I don't know that it's all that useful. Alright, well, so much for that. But we got things cheap enough to where we can learn, basic operators and so elementary school sociology. But main thing is we're going to hold off on that in case, like, learning one of those will get us points toward another parental request. You see Buddy and Jake talking out in front of school. To believe it, huh? They notice you approach. Hey, we were just talking about middle school. It's going to be terrible. I don't know. I think it'll be fine. Maybe even a fun adventure. Meet new people, face new problems. Yeah, it's crazy to think that elementary school is ending. What do you think it'll be like? Middle school, that is. Middle school was anything but exciting, but hey, why not lie? Exciting? I mean, I've never been through it, but it seems like an adventure. Oh, kid. You're crazy. It's going to be the worst. You're the one that's letting yourself get all freaked out over nothing, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Jeez. Worst, I won't get to see you, Jake, until middle school. Yeah, the next time any of us see each other, it'll be a whole new game, won't it? Hey, we won't be alone, though. Yeah, at least we won't be doing it alone, right? I guess. No, that's right. We'll handle whatever life throws at us. I guess we gotta get to class. See you both next year. The inexorable pull of the class bell pulls you, Jake, and Buddy off to class. Okay, so now we need to go raise charm. But before we do that, we have sufficiently proud parents, and we have a whole bunch of pride points, which means we can go grab this bad boy. Now, if we wanted to cheese it, we could also go get the portable music player, which I think also gets us pink points, but let's not rush that. Arcade, gallery, those both seem nice. But first things first, we have the points, let's spend the points. And sociology. Yeah, it looks like we might be going to middle school not able to read, but hey, you know, since when has that ever stopped anyone? Okay. So we're going to raise our charm by going out to the park. And you see, we can do these, which will get us it'll get us a good start on our charm points, because we actually have decent income, but not much to use it on yet. There you go. That's like a 30-point swing right there. And we can't do that again, but what we can do, we can finish this out. And to get us some brain points. Alright, 42 in one turn. That's not a bad start. But the important thing is that we've unlocked a couple new skills. Right? Yep. There. Mastered that. And we now have that 6th slot locked in, even though our mental health is now back under 70. Let's see, what do we need more of? We're actually caught up pretty nicely on memory, probably because we've got that passive 17 per turn. So maybe we'll learn ourselves some basic mathematics, and then more listening to music. More points, more better. So what did that do? That is minus 2468 plus 6. Okay, that's fine. That's minus 6 parental plus 8 parental. So solid enough. 2 plus 2 equals 22. Okay, I can see how you got there. All right. All right, there we are, and we're at 100% exam readiness with still a turn to go before the exam. So we are on pace. We have 62 charm, so could probably knock that out this term. And if we do, then the pride will go back above 70, which means we could go get one of those other buffs at the end, or we could save them, because like +5 isn't that much in the grand scheme of things. Nice, like it. Got both of those. Okay. Where are we? 83. Okay, we're in pretty good shape. We don't need to go hard on the pink, although, oof, just free points all over the place. I'll certainly take those. And there we go. Lovely jubbly. So now we can just poke around out here and see if we can find ourselves a map refresh or something else similarly useful. Well, you know what? There might just not be one on here. Well, shucky darn. Ah, well. Let's see. Is there anything else we want to do before we shuffle off to middle school? No, because we won't be able to do like those activities, but they'll still be available, and they'll still be available from this scheduling slot. So I don't think we need to rush those. So let's head home, and then let's see what our parents are going to ask of us this time. You know what's important for a growing kid? Something you remember from your youth that you didn't enjoy, but your parents made you do? Oh. So now you're passing it on to me? Sports! Putting time into sports, getting outside and being physical. Basketball, football, running, swimming. I mean, I do value my laziness. I would, but I've really been working on my laziness. Yeah, well, that is one element of your life you have maxed out. Oh, you have no idea, Dad. I could go pro in being lazy. Learn a sports skill. Okay, I will now learn to stretch. Okay, so let's check. So, we could boost the action points or brain points cap by 5. I mean, that would be helpful, but for 300 pride points, that seems like a lot. Close? No, that's a waste of points. A trip? It feels like we could get more out of a turn than just going on a trip. Oh, yeah, listening to music went away now that we opened up the park, so good thing we didn't burn points on that. Could open up snakes and ladders, known in the U.S. as chutes and ladders, in case anyone watching is curious. I don't think so. The arcade, the gallery. So I will open up the modeling kit. There we go. Instant 25 points and then a new kind of entertainment. I think we'll sit on the rest of those points because the rewards will refresh when we get to middle school. So it'd be nice to have some points banked for that. Okay, I'm just looking for balance. So we got 4 math skills done. We have 4 nature skills done. We have 3 literacy. We have sociology. We don't necessarily need to go there. I mean, if we felt like it, we could learn to read before we go to middle school. That would probably be useful, wouldn't you think? I mean, it's not like the full-on meta play, but in terms of role playing, I think I'm gonna take that liberty and say it'll be useful to learn to read before we go to middle school. But we have 60 we're sitting on 60 action points. So we can't do any of those, but we can at least like we can do some cloud watching. I think this is probably more efficient, so we'll just do this. And like being able to make good blanket forces is a good life skill just in general. Nice, and now we're back over 70, which means we have 7 scheduling slots, which is very, very handy. And then if I remember correctly, we'll pick up another one when we go to middle school, and then another one if we need it when we go to high school. So, as I say, let's learn to read, because reading is fundamental. And in terms of entertainment, yeah, the red points are falling behind just a little bit. Maybe we'll do that. We'll get into more hopscotch while we can. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, plus 10, minus, so it's plus 4 on the parental side, and then 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, plus 6, so minus 9 for us, which isn't too bad. And we finished everything before? Yeah, we did. Okay, on with the show. Making a show of holding a book upside down certainly doesn't remind me of anyone. Excellent. Oh God. Pull-ups. Pull-ups were the bane of that presidential fitness challenge growing up. Didn't matter the year. Didn't matter how in shape I was. I think pull-ups were just like a ritual humiliation. Ugh. Not to let you in on too much about myself, but that is some bad memories. Alright, so rather than linger on that, let's power through this and then we can do our elementary school exams. Lovely. Love grabbing those action point boosts. They're endlessly handy. Lovely. Love those free points. Hey, speak free points, and they will find you. That's what the secret was about, right? Just speaking the thing you need into existence and then just letting it fall into your lap. I assume that's how that works. Well. Hey, there we go. The last place we could have looked. So, it doesn't leave us in great shape to make much of this map. Because I would like that, I would like that, and I would like that, but I don't think we're getting all that. Unless we get really lucky finding some free points. So I think what we'll do, we'll just make our way over here. More action points, more better. Free points, I like. Okay, so we could weasel our way over here and get that too. Alright, well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I would love some action points, or some brain points too, but you know, when we're starting it with like what? Barely like 50 points? That's a good pull, all things considered. Okay. And we got a whole mess of action points, and then we got... When we learned stretching, we didn't master it. I'm not too concerned about that. Can we master hopscotch before we go? I think we can. There we go. That makes evolution as cheap as can be. Swing? Yeah. Alright, let's go home. You find your parents painting the wall in the living room. Hey, kiddo, want to lend us a hand? Sure, I'm good at making messes. Sure, why not? You grab a brush and help. What's this weird blue tape for? That's guide tape. Helps us not paint things we don't want to. Ah, makes sense. You should always learn everything you can about any skill you can. Being versatile is an advantage. I'll keep that in mind. Learn 2 new skills or activities. Well, it just so happens we have 3 skills here that are as cheap as can be. That's a 1, and that's a 2. Oh boy. No, we will stay strong, because I know there's going to be better loot coming up soon. But there's no sense in letting action points go to waste, of course. Alrighty, and now on to the elementary school exam, or the primary school exam, if you will. Now we'll leave pull-ups. Here, collect 6 attributes in a single tap for a flow power-up. Flow collects all attributes in a row or column. So as you can see, in addition to last time, they've added the green as well. So now things get slightly more complicated. So now looking at this, I can already see... Actually, if we do that, that connects all of those, which should get us... Okay, there we go. And I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to what gives you a horizontal one versus a vertical one. There might be. I do not know. So I'm not gonna stress about it. All right. What would be super handy is if we can find a way to get a vertical on top of a horizontal, or vice versa, and then have them both. You can get basically 2 whole rows accounted for with 1 click. You know, exactly like that. That's definitely how I planned it. Now I just got to make sure to click the vertical one, which will then trigger the horizontal one. Yeah, love it. There we go, and then a nice big green. See if we can get another one. Hey, we're rolling well now. Oh, that set off both of those. That is super duper handy. Checking back in. How's it going? Going well, Packer? Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, we're taking our primary school exam. We are seeing if we are learned enough to where they will allow us in junior high. I think we're off to a good start. I still don't know what we're going to be or what we're going to do when we grow up. I mean, hell, I don't know that now, even in IRL. But we're rolling. So let's see. So yeah, right now we're just trying to get as many color combos here as possible. Okay, there we go, and then that'll go away. Nice, and now we got ourselves a green combo here. That is not what we were looking for. That's also not what we were looking for. Well, we were rolling so well earlier. There we go. That should... Ah! I swear. They're just having a heck of a time. Alright. We could use more, yeah, yellow. We could use more red. Okay. That'll at least get rid of some of those. Good stuff. Here. I'll get a nice chunky green. There we go. Much better. Yeah, these little things, they take out an entire row on their own. But I would have to click twice to set both of those off. But if I get a vertical here, which I did finally after much frustration, I can click that and then that'll set off this entire row, including those two. So I get basically 3 rows for the price of 1. And that is what you call fat value. I am not normally one who focuses on like maximum efficiency and min-maxing everything when it comes to gameplay, but you know, every so often it's just satisfying to see whether or not you can actually do it. 'Cause when it comes together, you know, it's like when you find like a really busted build, like in a Hades or like one of those Vampire Survivors type games. When it actually comes together, it's actually super satisfying. Okay, and I lost track of points, but that's fine. So what we'll do is we will just endeavor to spend as few yellow points as possible because we're a little behind on those. We have more green and more blue, so we'll spend those. Because every little bit of points we pick up here pushes this thermometer up, and then, but like any exam, we want an A. More blue, more blue, more green. There we go. As you can see, filling it up moved us from an F to a D. Now we're on the way. We're going from a D to a C. Okay, a little blue. And pay no attention to the actual subjects, because they mean exactly that. I mean, like we're learning about the sociology of sport in elementary school. Really. I mean, I appreciate that the devs are... I don't know if the devs were goofing or if they were trying to make some sort of sociological statement, but oh well. It's fine. It's all in good fun. Alright, we're pretty balanced here, so let's see if we can round things out. Yeah, the music is very chill. The whole soundtrack for this is really kind of a bop. I mean, I enjoy the gameplay, but even if the gameplay isn't the biggest thing for most enthralling thing for some folks, the soundtrack is worth picking up just on its own merits. Okay, I'd like to spend my blue points, please. There we go. That's what we're looking for. And we're spent. So we got an A. More than an A, but an A is as good as you can do. There's no A pluses, no S in this game. So, you know, we'll just have to settle for an A. Oh darn. And that got us 7 points of parental approval. We like that. 7 points of mental health. It's fine. And then 110 knowledge points, which we can burn on buying texts when we get to junior high. We can learn geometry, anthropology, and the laws of motion. And now that we are in junior high and we are a more mobile individual, now the rest of the whole city map will start to open up for us. Really, at least as much as it does for, you know, a 10-year-old. Rainbow hex to increase increase all attributes and their growing bonuses all at once. That is super nice. So everything across the board goes up 15, and we get the passive gain as well. So, and even nicer, we already see where the next map is. There's no reason not to go ham on it all. I'll check that, and that, and that. Where do we need more? We could use more per turn imagination. Alright, that's good. Let's move on. And again. Love it. We're getting some really good rolls in terms of maps. And that's just free points sitting right there. Okay, that is not as good, but we can still make it work. That costs 25. That costs 20. That's 45 right there. So we're not 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5. Okay, no, that would be a push. 5, 10. Okay. There we go. Free points are always welcome. Nice. All right, that is a good start to junior high, I think. Can we go anywhere? There's nowhere else to go. Okay, well, let's head home. Let's see what kind of new adventures our parents give us. Family movie night. Tonight, you're watching one of the Dino World movies. I hope it's the first one. It's the only good one. Wow, after all that's happened, he's going back for his parents, even in the face of Triceratops impaling. So noble. That's a good kid. No. We gotta do the goody two-shoes. Yes, they are very brave. Would you brave a Triceratops to save us? Maybe. We'll have to wait for the next Triceratops attack. I'm ready. I've studied their moves. I've seen these movies like 50 times. Sounds like Dad needs a hobby. The movie continues. The parents live. Since you're now going to middle school, your parents will grant you more and more freedom. Now you'll be getting an allowance every turn. Only $5, but hey, $5 is $5, and we're already starting with a hundo, so that's more allowance than I ever had growing up. If your satisfaction is high, you'll get more allowance per turn. Low, you will not get any allowance. You can spend money in stores and various items. It's diner, shopping mall. You can also perform money by performing work skills. Work skills can be found. Tap on the work skill to learn a new work skill. What if I don't wanna? What if I don't wanna mow the lawn? Fine. Rip 20 action points. Okay. So now they want us to raise empathy, but unlike in elementary school, we need to raise it by 200 points. Well, fortunately, we have a tech sitting right there waiting for us. And that'll get us started. But one nice thing is, like you can see, the more of the map opens up. We could already go here, but now we also have a little dog walking work, which can get us more empathy points as well. How is that bad? How is a dog being friendly bad? I'm going to go to the diner. You went to the local diner. You seem to be the only one in the restaurant. Then why is it sedang allowed? Oh, hello. Sit anywhere you like. Anywhere. The waitress comes over and gives you a menu and a big smile. How about a milkshake on the house? What's turning down a free milkshake? Seriously? Okay, maybe if you're lactose intolerant, but if you're not, come on, man. That'd be swell. Swell, huh? I haven't heard anyone say that in a while. Be right back, hon. She brings your drink back fairly quickly. You want anything else with this? You order. And notice when you do, she just heads into the back and comes out with your food not that much later. Are you doing all the cooking? Oh, well, during the busy hours, there's normally someone to help. But on the off hours, yeah, it's just me. Mei Zhang, short order cook and world's best waitress. Short order cook? It's like hamburgers, eggs, things you can make very quickly. Diner food. Not the only kind of cooking I know how to. Oh, the things I could teach you. Oh, foreshadowing. A few other people come into the restaurant. Sorry, duty calls. Feel free to come back anytime. May rushes off to talk to the new customers. This location contains a store where you can buy many interesting things with your money. Interesting things. Apple pie, mac and cheese, hamburger. And now we come to one of the real core conceits of this game, and that the easiest way to maintain your mental health is by eating junk food. Apple pie, mac and cheese, hamburger. I don't know if it's a good message to send, but it's certainly a relatable message. All right, we'll come back here. We also need to go check out the mall. For any Zoomers in chat, a mall used to be a large physical location where a number of stores would have brick and mortar outlets where you could walk into them and exchange money for goods and services. I know it's kind of a foreign concept. It was actually kind of cool back in the day, but I know it's not really the done thing anymore. You see a very well-dressed woman signing an autograph for a very excited-looking girl who keeps squealing, "Thank you, Elliot!" Think nothing of it. They are crisp, polite, and full of smiles, but the moment their fan is gone, the smile fades. They catch you looking at them, and your eyes meet. Ah, well, one's adoring public cannot be ignored. Sure. That makes sense. I mean, they're why you're adored, right? The fact that you answered seems to amuse them more than the actual answer. Harsh. You have no idea who I am, do you? Your confused shrug is all the answer they need. Lovely! Don't feel bad. I'm a B-list celebrity at best. I'm Elliot Clark. I was something of a fashion model, though these days I'm mostly design. I will say the teal suit is very eye-catching. If you're interested in fashion, I could actually use the advice of someone unbiased by experience. That's a very diplomatic way of saying someone who doesn't know shit. Without waiting for permission, she hands you a bag of what looked to be very expensive clothing. Of course, none of the clothes fit you. They're made for adults. Here, take these. Look at them. Or burn them. Throw them in the trash. Whatever you want. Tell me what you thought of them, honestly, next time we run into each other. I tend to do my afternoon walks through the mall, so I'll be around. The strange woman walks off. Perhaps most strange, she doesn't even look back at you. How would that be most strange? She just gave us a big-ass bag of expensive adult clothing. It's me, a 10-year-old, wandering through the mall unsupervised. Alright, so we can buy groceries, go shopping as an entertainment, now very 90s, and in the store we can go get our hair done, again purely aesthetic, but you know, it looks nice. Again, clothes, so now we pay money for them rather than parental pride, or you can get a ticket, open up a theater, a boom box, comic books, Soup Dude #1. The magic cube or a bike. See what we need to raise empathy. None of these raise empathy. Oh, that reminds me. Let's go check the home store real quick, and then there's a lot of the same stuff where you can spend pride instead of cash money. There's a new set of trips. We go to the Grand Canyon, ERP, or the the Earth Cosmos Agency. What was NASA trademarked? Or now, oh, see, now we got, rather than getting an extra 5 points of cap, we get an extra 10 points of cap for just 50 more pride points. I like those. But first and foremost, we're going to unlock the Fantasy Carnival. And then we're going to do that for one very specific reason, is that the store here has some really nice bonuses. Those will give you more cap for your points, your brain points, and your action points. And then this little doohickey here, well, it'll just give you a flat extra 5 allowance, but it'll also give you an additional bonus if your parents' satisfaction is enough to where you get the bonus allowance. So that is an automatic buy for me. And we can also run a lemonade stand if you're so inclined. But for right now, I would like to run... Yeah, let's run a couple rounds of dog walking to get both money and our red points up. And then we'll do one round of blanket forts. There we go. That's all of our action points gone now. And we still have knowledge to do. Oh, see. That's as cheap as it's going to get. As is that. There we go. That's a nice number of points that we're sitting on. So let's just sit on that. And you can now schedule work skills. Thanks, game. Alright. Evolution. It's like leveling up in a game. Yes, game. Yes, it is. Alright. So I think we're gonna power through all of that. We'll do one round of dog walking just to top up our income a little. And see, so that's going to knock us down 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 points. But we can level that up. A couple of those, just get more red. But the parents are going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Minus 6, so plus... maybe not. So this is where you start have to balance, like, do you worry about keeping the parental approval above 70 and thus getting the extra, both unlocking the last part of the store and also getting more allowance, or do we worry about mental health? For this, I'm gonna focus on generating those points, and then we'll get the parental approval on the back end when we complete the challenge. Now, why would dinosaurs turn into rocks? Everyone knows dinosaurs turned into chickens. I learned that in 7th grade biology. There, see? Chickens. Lovely. There's an extra 50 of those. It's a little before your science class is supposed to start. You hear 2 girls talking. You know one of them, sort of. Alicia. The main thing you know is she isn't very nice. Oh. Ooh. Hey, that Game Boy just sitting tantalizingly in reach. Sure enough. What are you wearing? Are those loafers? Slip-ons? Slip-ons? They're my mom's. I don't like socks. Oh, that makes sense. It's your mom that has terrible taste and not you. It's about then that the two girls notice you're there. Alicia gives you a bit of a narrowed-eyed glance. What is it? You step forward. The girl's eyes flick to you as if hoping for help. Alicia purses her lips. Yeah, we'll stick it forward. Alicia, you shouldn't say things like that. The girl uses the moment to slip into her seat. She doesn't look at either of you. Maybe you shouldn't say anything at all. It sounds like there's going to be more, but the teacher calls for class to start, and everyone gets in their seats. Alicia seems to be looking at you during the class. When class is over, Alicia makes sure to stop you before you can slide out. You know, such a big mouth, you could really use better hygiene. Woof, you have dog breath, honestly. She gives a very mean giggle and heads off. It seems, for better or worse, Alicia has noticed you. There we go, and we were able to complete the challenge, even just with our passive income. The exam will happen at the end of middle school. This one is pretty difficult, so don't expect to pull it off without preparation. Asshole. Well, hey. Bully's gonna bully, Packer, but it could be. It might just be that underneath that gruff, bullying exterior is the heart of a genuinely good person. How will we ever know? Unless we dig deeper. Alright. Love it. More brain points. More action points. I want all of them. And Packer, I'm not just saying that because I have like 150 hours in this game, so I might know a few of the character arcs. I don't mean to sound enlightened. I just cheated and played the game. Alright, we're not unlocking a whole lot here, are we? But that's fine. Hey! Alright, that was a good run. Nice little run of free points. Alright, well, no luck finding another level, but we were able to beef up the action point and brain point cap, so that's always makes for a worthwhile run. Do we have access to... No, we still don't have access to anything else. So let's see what we got. It's the start of a new school year, and you and Jake end up going to the same middle school. Well, that's good. I didn't even know there was more than one in town. Jake asks you to meet him at the Sky Tower observation deck, an impressive tourist spot. The view is spectacular. Hey, how's it going? Oh, you know, I do. Any reason you wanted to meet here? Needed to get out of the house, and I like this spot. He looks out over the city. Out of the house? Why did you want to get out of the house? My parents fight a lot. My dad gets angry and likes to corner me in my room just to kind of rage rants. Okay. Yeah, the copy editing of the game isn't like 100% airtight, but I don't know. They're a Polish dev studio. I'll give them I'll cut them some slack. Same sort of crap everyone goes through. He stares out at the city for a few moments. You ever think about the future? Sure. I try to sometimes, but it just, I don't know, too big. Jake nods. That's why I like this view. I look out and I think, I don't even know what I think, but it's just so big. I don't hate it, at least. After a bit more city gazing, Jake buys you some street food, and you two head your separate ways. That is some middle school deepity right there. You're lounging around the house, doing nothing, bored, annoyed, and, most importantly, bored. Bored, huh? Lie and say nope, tell the truth and say yes. Oh, sure. Yep, you say in a very bored way. You need to learn to entertain yourself. Careful there, Mom. That could lead to some dangerous places. Don't you know how to daydream? To have adventures in your own head? You could be on space. On space? Or on Mars, you could be in an elven village. You could do anything. But look at you, bored as a lump on a frog. Oh man, now all I can do is daydream about being bored. I'm just trying to help. Your parent wanders off grumbling. So we got the Sky Tower. We need to raise our imagination. Well, I think... Okay, yeah. So our hub for imagination type things is in... It's in the Ghostwalker part. But first... we can get one of these. Now I think... I'm thinking the play is the action points. That means we can generate more stat points and more money just out in the world to where we don't have to use up scheduling slots to do things. That can be purely optional. Yeah, because the brain points are fine and all, but I think action points are a good place to focus. Now, let's go be creative or imaginative. Either or both. What does that get? Okay, that's good. We need 840 before we can buy that. So, well, it just so happens. Come on. There we go. So we power through the rest of this? Where are we? Oh, that's... Well... Yeah, we might as well. There we go. So that got us about a third of the way to the goal, and we didn't even have to use a turn. So that's a good start, I think. And we still have 35 action points left. Oh yeah, let's go check out the Sky Tower observation deck. And Sky Tower observation, a dramatic view of the whole city stretches out before you. It's a breathtaking view. Tourists and people who have lived in the city alike come often just to take it in. The view, they say, is decided by the viewer. It's legally distinct Carmen Sandiego? Question mark? An oddly dressed woman is standing next to you in a dramatic red hat. You don't know her. My card. She hands you a card. It's just a normal playing card. Ooh, that is a sharp outfit. You turn to her to say something about her outfit, but she seems to be gone. Confused, you flip the card over. Daz, Magic and Mystery, is written on the other side in red ink. There's also a date and time. Mysterious. This shop is unlike the others that they got some powerful buffs, but everything comes with a significant debuff. Like you get a 20-point swing in approval or mental health, but it comes with the opposite there. Or you can get a 30 swing in brain points or action points cap, but it's going to knock down every single one of your stat categories. So you really got to want that. I don't, in all the times I've played this, I don't know that I've ever actually bought anything from here, but it is darn tempting. Oh, and apparently this is also where we can go down the career route of becoming a magician. If we are so inclined. Let's say we can do a little of that too. get ourselves a little bit of money. Then a few more points. Yeah, so now we're at halfway there, so we're making good time. And most importantly, now we can afford one of these. And again, we will go action points first. Because now that there's money on the line, we can then turn money into either more stat points, or more importantly, we can turn money into tasty food, which means we can top up our mental health. If we go focus on studying rather than entertainment, we can basically eat our way to good mental health, which again, I don't know if that's a good message to send, but it's certainly a message this game is sending. Okay. So what do we have outstanding? Outstanding, we still have multiplication table and geometry, and we can start down the science track. We could go learn magic. I don't know that we want to do that just yet. Grammar basics. We still have a bunch of social sciences. Yeah, this is about the point of the game where if you see a particular direction you want to go, you will want to start, if not specializing, at least leaning one way or another. But honestly, I don't know what we want to focus on yet, because like you have math, science, nature. This is like biology, medicine, those kind of paths. Physical education, you can do pro sports. I don't think we're going to be a professional athlete. We are well behind on that. Literacy, you could be a celebrity chef. Not sure what doing the social sciences, and then we've got creative writing, which we'll see at some point, I'm sure. But for now, I think we're just going to keep doing like the baseline stuff. We're going to keep buying. Okay, here we go. So we'll buy the chief text. But now, when you hit a certain point in the tech tree, the game is going, in some of the tech trees, I should say, they're going to make you choose a path. So now we've gone far enough down the empathy, like the life sciences route, to where we can choose to focus on human biology and go down like the medicine route, or we can go down the animal biology route and be an animal doctor. There's no real difference in terms of like gameplay. It's just which do you want to pursue in getting a particular ending. It's really it's just all up to you and what you're feeling. I think they're, in terms of like the points they require, I think they're pretty much even. We'll go aminals. All right. And we'll do the same with grammar basics. Excuse me. You know what? Let me save those points, because we can get onto those next turn. Now, we want skill trees. There we go. There any quick ones to knock out? Those are 5. Those are 5. That's 5. Okay, those are okay. Sociology is 4. Yeah, but then I also see like we're trailing behind in intelligence a little bit, so why don't we focus there? We'll knock out our times tables. 5. Ooh, there we go. All right. We will master blanket forts, just because it's a good life skill to have, but also it'll get us 50 more points in imagination. Where does that leave us? So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, plus 10. So that's plus 7 on the parents. That'll get us up. And then 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. minus 12. That is manageable. And we'll do a couple rounds of the lemonade stand. Yes. I definitely felt like Joe Cool when I mastered my times tables. It's lunch in the cafeteria, and you're just waiting in line for your favorite food. There isn't a lot left, but there's only one person left ahead of you, so it should be. Just give me all of that. I can afford it. Alicia is the one in front of you, pulling out enough cash to buy up all that's left. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want this? As you two leave the line, she drops the food she bought into the trash. Whoops. You know what? I'm not going to dignify that with a response. That's what she wants. You do your best not to make eye contact with her and head to your table. Alicia seems annoyed and follows you. Hey, you forgot some of your lunch. Hey, I'm talking to you. Nope, we're going to keep ignoring her. You keep ignoring her, which seems to make her angrier. Ugh, clearly you don't have enough brain cells to even know when you're being talked to. You often hear laughter coming from her table. She sits with the popular kids. Cheerleaders, rich girls, and Alicia all seem to be holding court. For a moment, your eyes meet across the lunchroom. You doubt she's going to let up anytime soon. But you know what? Neither am I. And that unlocks the cafeteria. Which means we now have access to babysitting, which is odd. But even better, we can now drop a little cash right here and get ourselves more action points. It's not a lot, it's just 5, but for 55 is not hard to make up, so we can do that. And then the school cafeteria is selling carrot sticks and defrosted fish. There you go. Defrosted fish. Don't judge it by the look. The worst is ahead. I'm thinking like the good folks at File Monarch. Maybe they're not seafood fans. Okay, so we need just a little bit of imagination, and then we can knock that out. And would you looky there? Excellent. I will take that. And you know what? I'll take a little bit of rainbow, too. Who doesn't need a little rainbow in their life? Hey, there we go. That gets us 40. But you know what? I'll get us that passive imagination, too. Just in case. On to the next. Okay. I love it when I see that right away. It makes planning so much easier. So I think what we do, we'll start here. We'll work our way here. Hopefully we get some free points so I can go chase that as well as working our way down here. Hey, there we go. Free points. Alright. We can make that work. Excellent. Now, do we be greedy and we go for more intelligence? Our passive intelligence game is just fine, so I'm going to say no. Okay. Our charm is not great, but honestly, I don't know how valuable it would be chasing after that. Let's see. There we go. let's see. We knocked 10% off of all. Well, we only have two. Well, no, three that are actually anywhere remotely expensive. Yeah, I don't think we need that. I will certainly take that. And you know what? We'll go ahead and grab both of those then. Yeah, so now we got all the important notes, yeah. And so now is the usual routine of just digging around, trying to find that node that lets you move on to the next map. But again, those aren't guaranteed, so we'll just take whatever we can get. All right. Well, we actually ended up with was he 10 to the 10 extra action point for both of them, and then also an extra 5 action point cap from the whatever we call those, the energy candies. So yeah, we are definitely in good shape there. Question there: do we want to go baby? No. Let's save the babysitting for when they ask us to raise our charm, which, considering our charm is so far behind everything else, that's probably a reasonable possibility. You meet up with Jake in the park. Buddy and Mort are with him. Hey. Yo. You're cool, right? Cool? He means with, what he makes a smoking motion. It takes you a moment to realize that Mort probably means smoking weed. Yeah, we were all going to hit a doobie. We're all going to hit a doobie. Honestly, these are like 10, 11-year-olds. Hit a doobie is probably the nomenclature they would use. So you know what? Sure, I'll give that to you, game. Okay, I am not morally opposed to the use of mind-altering substances. I think, people should be able to make up their own minds, especially the things that have no harm to anyone but themselves. But we're 11. We're 11, man. No, I am not cool. It's not a big deal or anything. Yeah, don't make a big deal out of it. It's not a big deal. I just don't want any. Suit yourself. The three of them smoke a single small joint. It's not very impressive. I can imagine. You mostly spend the time talking with them, while they all act a lot more high than they really are. Okay. Fair game. So you all do this often? My first time. Done it a few times. I steal it from my dad. I don't really feel anything. Sure you don't, Jake. You find out that Mort loves boxing and Buddy is afraid of flying. Jake doesn't talk a lot. He leaves early. I don't see this going well for Jake. The moment you come through the door. Alright, hotshot, you're in a room, and there are no light sources. You have one match. One. Which do you light first? The newspaper on the table? The camping lamp? The candle on the dresser? Or the fireplace? It's obviously a trick question. You light the match first. I light myself on fire. Oh, come on, play along. I mean, it's obviously a trick question, so just tell me. You light the match first. Lame. It may seem like a simple brain teaser, but stuff like this is important. You gotta stay sharp, kiddo. The point is never assume any part of a question is fair. Always look at all the angles. That's a weird life lesson you're pushing there, Dad. So they want us to raise our memory. Well, I think we can do that without too much problem. We got grammar basics, but we still got sociology, psych. Yeah, we got lots of yellow point potential. Oh, right. Can we unlock anything else here? No, we need 50 more. Well, boo. Okay, well, first things first. That is as cheap as it's going to get, so we'll definitely grab that. Okay, another breakpoint. So, within memory, we can go down the history branch or the economics branch. Weird that those two are placed in opposition of each other. But I guess we'll go history. And then that's basically 1 point off being as cheap as it's going to get. So we'll go ahead and buy fractions and decimals. Now, let's go get ourselves some yellow points by hanging out with our girl May and learning to cook. A skill all young men, all men in general really, should have. You're not always going to have women in your lives to take care of it for you. So let's start by learning basic ingredients. Mix eggs with flour and you get a mess. That is not inaccurate. I guess it's a juicy 50 points, and then for just a few action points, we can pick up a bunch more. There, we get our knowledge points back, and we get a bonus 50, so we're practically already there. And we haven't even put in that much of an effort. Now, is there? Oh yes, there is also work that we can do that gets us yellow points. In this case, buying groceries for other people. Yeah, and we're almost there. One more, I said. Okay. We need 8 points, and that's 5. Okay, so 2 more rounds will do. Oh well, we're terrible at buying groceries, but most important thing is, we have parental pride again. So now we can hop over here, and yeah, we're gonna go with a brain points cap. Every little bit helps there. The brain points, they don't get us money. But they do, more brain points means more ability to dig around to rack up stat points without having to burn action points. So, and that'll save us action points to where we can do work, where we can buy, where we can get money, and then buy stuff for more point caps or just more macaroni and cheese. Because honestly, the other run-throughs I've done has basically been mac and cheese that has sustained my character and their mental health. And yeah, speaking of, we could use more money because we are slightly low. So that's 4. And I'm checking these because in addition to the points, you also get a little extra money on top when you master a work skill. Yeah, but we can't. Well, we can get close. All right, we'll do 2 of these. And I guess we can kind of do that. Okay. Now we're only at 60. So we're not going to have the extra slot, but I'm okay with that. Because now we don't have to rush anything, so we can just pick one and work our way through it. I think. Okay, yeah, we'll go with sociology. That's only going to take 4. All right, 1, 2, 4. We'll do a little work, finish that out, and then we will entertain ourselves Yeah, let's start building models. So I'm not sure where else we could do that. So that'll be -8 plus. Okay, so we'll actually lose 2 points. That's not great, but not terrible. And the parents will gain 8. They'll gain 2. Okay, so that we can focus on entertaining ourselves. Alright. Bonus points and bonus money. In the school hallway, a voice rings out. Hey, trooper, you never bother washing your face, or are you just naturally ugly? It surprises you Alicia knows your name. On the other hand, nothing she does is surprising. Everyone in the hall turns to see your reaction. Okay. I've had all I can stand, and I can't stand no more. Alicia, you had this coming. It takes you a moment. Just a moment. However, everyone's eyes mean you have to say something. Did your daddy get your nose fixed? We can't all be that lucky. Alicia tries to say something back. She has it locked and loaded, but... There's laughter. One mean jock, followed by a few other kids. Soon, everyone is laughing at her. Whatever she was going to say is gone. She is livid. You'll regret this. It's hard to think her words have any bite. Alicia rushes off. Some of her entourage heads after her. And now we have access to the corridor. Consider bully handled. Alright, so back to the brain thing. Let's see, what is in the corridor? The corridor has newspaper delivery. Why would the corridor be the place? Well, I say why would the corridor be the place to learn about newspaper delivery, but we learn about babysitting in the cafeteria, so who knows really? Tap the teleport neuron to unlock several random neurons. I'm not sure how useful that is. Gotta be honest. Let's see, which of these... Actually, our passive empathy is on the low side, so let's grab those. Alright. We are not having a lot of luck on this one. Well, there we go, that'll help. Well, unless it's hiding there just is no access to the next level. Well, darn. Okay. So, we'll head back home. We'll get ourselves a new... Here we go. New thing. Don't you feel we've grown distant lately? We used to do so many things together when you were younger. I'm 12. Where am I gonna go? I have my own life now. I am an independent 12-year-old. Only kids play with their parents. I have my own life now. What, am I too uncool for you? Yes. To be perfectly honest, don't you finish that thought. I'm sure we can find something to do we'll enjoy together. Okay, these are the kind of quests I loathe. Is do some entry-level thing 10 times. It's just going to absolutely destroy your progress, especially if you have to do them with your scheduling. That's another reason why it's good to to go hard on the action points, so you can do them with those instead, so you can free up time to, get your exam readiness going, because that is ridiculous. But I digress. We'll get laws of motion, because that's nice and cheap. Well, we can't buy knife skills now, because then that's going to... Because when you buy the next tier of skill up, it replaces whatever's here. And that's not great, because we need access to that if we're going to do it outside of the schedule. 10 times. Ugh. Fortunately, it's just 10 action points. Here, let me go... Where can we go entertain? Here, let's go entertain ourselves with some shopping. Somehow we failed at shopping. But that will at least get us some buffer to now where we can come back here and do this. One more. Alright, that's enough. Gosh, in terms of being able to entertain ourselves with action points, there aren't a whole lot of options. Okay, there we go. So now what we'll do real quick, we will pop into the cafe. And we'll buy ourselves a slice of apple pie. That'll put us above there, above 70, which means we get that extra schedule slot. And I'll go ahead and buy History of Mankind too, since that is as cheap as it's going to get. So how many of those have we done? We've done 5 basic ingredients. So I think, yes. So do we have anything else that's basic? I don't think so. No. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just we'll go with whatever we're the most behind on, in this case, the int. So we'll do geometry. Where'd that go? Oh, there we go. Okay, and then we'll do 1 basic ingredient, so we'll only have to do 4 to complete the quest, and then we'll do 2 more of these, which is the most, really, shopping is the most entertaining thing we can do at the moment. Go figure. Alright, so parents are going to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. They're going to get +1. Oh well. And 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17. We're going to be -7. So no one's going to be enthusiastic after all this, but yeah, we'll have mastered that, be 1 closer to that, and it will be, everything will be manageable. Don't stick anything in your ear that's smaller than your elbow. Didn't have to learn that in geometry class, but no. I am 0 for 6. How have I failed to shop 6 times? Does the shop just not take your money? On your way to school, you see Jake. He's heading the other way. Jake, where are you off to? Ditching. Don't narc, okay? No, I'm not gonna narc. Okay, good. He heads past you, then stops. Ditch with me. Alright, fine. You make a convincing argument, Jake. Ditch, ditch, ditch. Ooh, going to the arcade. Nice. Hey, what's up, J-Dog? You see Jake and Mort do a weird handshake. Mort looks at you. They gonna be cool this time? Yeah, they're cool, right? I guess. Mort gives you a funny look, but thankfully he doesn't bring it up again. the three of you spend a few hours playing arcade games instead of sitting in classrooms. See, playing video games is a good use of your time. Smoking weed at 11, I'm going to say no. More importantly, it unlocks the arcade, which is where we can go to have all kinds of fun. But that fun is going to have to wait for another day, because it is midnight my time, which means it is time for me to start drifting off toward bed. So, Packer, if you're still out there, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. So we're going to go back to the menu. And because I have just now learned how to do this very thing, let me see if I can get us to go raid someone. Let's see, who is on right now? Let's see. Doesn't look like there's anyone playing growing up, probably not surprisingly. Let's go see if Toronto is open to a raid. Are we raiding? All right. So friends, thanks for joining me. I just wanted to show this off. I don't know that we'll be coming back to this on the stream, but thanks for coming by. And then we'll probably get back to the Long Dark and other games that people have probably heard of. But I did want to show this off, and then at some point I'll show off its near cousin Chinese Paris. But for now, let's go raid Toronto. She is an awesome streamer. She's playing Alien Isolation. So come on by, won't you? Let's go now.